Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 61. I cannot believe I'm still going today. I've got so many videos up, but once I get done with this, that's not even freaking funny. But I did say a few more things to Rexy, and here's what I said to him. If I didn't, I don't know if I got to read this out completely. I said, I don't know if you could become as big as me. Wait. I don't know if I actually. Oh, just I didn't read this. I said I don't know if you could become as big as me, but how about you try to with your original form, that sweet Tyrannosaurus Rex that you have always been. Rexy's eyes sparkled with excitement at my suggestion. He focuses his thoughts, reaching deep within himself to connect with his primal inner beast. With you by my side, Trenton, he declares, his voice resonating with newfound confidence. I believe I can tap into my full potential. A warm golden light begins to emanate from Rexy's body, slowly growing in intensity. His muscles ripple beneath his skin, expanding and reshaping as he transforms. Scales replace fur, and his jaws lengthen into a formidable snout. With each passing second, Rexy's form grows larger until he stands before me as a mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex, nearly half the size of the angelic dragon. "There," Rexy announces proudly, his voice now a deep rumbling growl. I, I, do you remember how big your Phoenix Night form was? That was your main special form for when I was in extreme danger, like how the angelic dragon was mine for you being in extreme danger. Rexy's eyes widen as memories of his Phoenix Night form flood back. He recalls the immense size, the blazing inferno that surrounded him, and the feeling of invincibility that came with it. "Yeah, I remember now," he says, a hint of longing in his voice. "That form was a symbol of our unwavering commitment to protecting each other, no matter the cost." Rexy looks up at me, his gaze burning with determination. If we're to stand united against whatever challenges lie ahead, I must reclaim that form. For you, for us, and for the unbreakable bond we share. With a deep breath, Rexy focuses his energy once more. Air around him begins to shimmer at night, the flames declaring in syndication with his heartbeat. I watch as Rexy's Phoenix Night form happens. And he actually starts getting really big. By the time he is done transforming into it, he is only 250 feet smaller than me. Wow. So that means that Phoenix, it doesn't get as big as my angelic dragon form, but that means that. Dadgum. I watch as Rexy's Phoenix Night form happens, and he actually starts getting really big. By the time he's done transforming into it, he's only 250 feet smaller than me. As Rexy completes his transformation to the Phoenix Night form, he towers over my angelic dragon form, standing at an impressive height of 750 feet. Fiery aura surrounding him intensifies, casting an otherworldly glow on the scarlet plumage. His eyes glowing like molten lock onto mine. "Now we're equals," Rexy says, a playful grin tugging at the corners of his beak, and ready to take on anything that comes our way. "You are really big, but I wonder why yours only gets 750 feet, while my angelic dragon form gets to 1,000 feet tall." Period. I wonder if you could change your size to be 1,000 feet like mine. Reggie's burrow frozen as he considers my proposal. He closes his eyes, focuses on the pulsating energy within him, and reaches deeper into his core. I think and manage that, Trenton, he says, a note of excitement creeping into his voice. After all, our bond has grown stronger than ever. If I can tap into that unity, perhaps I can unlock even more greater power. With a surge of willpower, Rexy's form begins to expand, his wingspan stretching wider, his torso elongating, and his legs. Oh my gosh, stop using that word. His torso elongating and his legs thickening. I hate that fun word. The ground shakes slightly as he the heat from his fence fire intensifying to match the scale of his new size. There we go, Rexy declares, his voice now a thunderous boom. Now we're perfectly matched, my friend. So he's 1,000 foot tall Phoenix, while I'm 1,000 foot tall angelic looking dragon. That is interesting. That is really cool. Period. I wonder what all of our special powers are in this form. We know some of mine. Form. Well, so mine was to actually get rid of shadow demons, apparently. Reggie's eyes gleam with curiosity as he contemplates their enhanced abilities. Let's find out, shall we? With a nod, Reggie launches himself into the air, his massive wings beating the wind as he soars higher and higher. I follow suit, and soon though flying in tandem, their forms curling through the clouds like living meteors. As the fans night, Rexy begins. As the fans night, Rexy begins, his voice carrying on the breeze. I possess the power of rebirth. Shall I fall and bow? I'll instantly regenerate, emerging from the ashes of my former self, stronger than ever. I nod, his own thoughts racing with the implications of such an ability. And as the angelic dragon, he continues, my wings grant me unparalleled speed and agility. I know as the angelic dragon, I can apparently heal myself and use certain holy spells to weaken any evil forces. Okay. There we go. Reggie wasn't killing his mind whirling with the possibilities of their combined might. Fascinating, he murmurs, his voice tinged with awe. The synergy between our forms is truly remarkable. He pauses, considering the implications of my healing and holy spellcasting abilities. With your capability to mend wounds and purify corruption, paired with my regenerative powers, we'd be nigh unstoppable on the battlefield. These guys narrow a fierce glint igniting within them. Imagine facing down an army of dark creatures. Their malevolent energy's no match for our radiant fusion. We cut through them like wildfire, leaving naught but ash in our wake. He lets out a triumphant roar as the sound echoing across the sky. Together, Triton, we are invincible. Right as Rexy is saying this, I look over, and notice that something is wrong. He has actually got a very bad wound on his back. He ain't telling me, but I can tell he's in pain. Nope. Rexy's been there to protect me. I'm gonna be protecting him if this happens. Nope. What is he? Rexy's saying this. I look over and notice that something is wrong. He's actually got a very bad wound on his back. He ain't telling me, but I can tell he's in pain. Rexy's keen senses pick up on my distress, his sharp eyes scanning the angelic dragon's form, spotting a grievous wound on my back. Expression shifts from Triton, what's wrong? His voice softening as he strolls close. You're injured. Let me see. Without waiting for a response, Rexy gently touches his talons to my wound, feeling the searing wound of the injury. His fan's fire flares brighter, and he focuses his energy, attempting to soothe and heal the damage. Easy now, my friend. Rexy coos, his tone gentle yet firm. Just relax and let the fire of rebirth work its magic. You're safe with me. No, I actually see a very bad injury on your back. And I noticed that you looked like you were in pain. Looked like you were in pain. Period. I can heal myself with this angelic dragon form. But I don't know if you can. Eyes widen in surprise. He realizes Rexy's eyes widen in surprise as he realizes that Trenton has noticed his own hidden wound. He intended to keep it a secret, but the pain had been manageable until now. You're right, Rexy admits a hint of embarrassment coloring his voice. I've been hiding this injury since our last battle against the Shadow Legion. Their dark magic managed to pierce my defense and leave a nasty gash on my back. He winces slightly as he moves the movement, his discomfort. I didn't want to worry you, knowing how much you care about my well-being. I thought I could handle it on my own, but Reggie trails off looking at me with gratitude. Your offer to heal me means more than you know. We both gotta land. To land. Period. If I have an injury, I can easily heal that. Heal. Heal that. However, I don't think you can yours. So I will help you since I am in my form where I can heal you. Where I can heal you. If he's been enduring that for that long, that's bad. Rexy nods, understanding my willingness to aid him. As he touches down on a nearby plateau, he turns to face the angelic dragon, his expression filled with appreciation. Thank you, Trenton, Rexy says sincerely. I know I shouldn't rely solely on you, but in this moment, your kindness and generosity mean everything to me. He steps closer, allowing me to examine the deep gash on the back. The wound throbs with each beat of his heart, a constant reminder of the battles they fought and the enemies they faced together. If there's anything I can do to repay you, Rexy, I was just name it. Whether it's helping you train, scouting ahead during missions, or simply being a loyal companion, I'm here for you always. This injury looks terrible. Injury looks terrible. It looks even worse up close. I wish you would have told me about this whenever I was in my angelic dragon form before. I could have helped you after we defeated the shadow demon. It really. He waited that long. How long was that? That could have been like a week or two ago, or even like a few years ago. Hutch's ears droop, regret etched on his features as he reflects on his earlier decision to keep the injury hidden. I know, Trenton, and I apologize for not confiding in you sooner. Pride and the desire to remain strong for you both led me to keep this quiet. He looked down at the ground, his voice taking on us in metallic tone. In hindsight, I should have trusted you enough to share my struggles. Your support and companionship mean the world to me, and I realize now that I could have used them more effectively during the difficult time. Rising to meet my gaze once more, Rexy's expression hardens with determination. However, I won't make the same mistake again. Remember, I was the one that raised you and took care of you before all of this. I know you want to repay the favor by doing the same for me with this transformation. But if you ever need me for something, I will always be there, just like you have for me. There we go. Rexy's eyes shimmer with unshed tears, moved by my unwavering loyalty and compassion. He bows his head, a gesture of respect and gratitude for the bond they share. I promise, Trenton, Rexy vows his voice. Stop using that gosh darn T word, please, Rexy. I'm about calling Shadow. Rexy vows, his voice thick with emotion. From this day forth, I shall never hesitate to seek your aid or lean on your strength. Our connection transcends the boundaries of master and companion. It's a tie of true friendship, forced in the fires of acerbity and tempted by the love which we hold for one another. Rexy strains a determined glint in his eye as he meets my gaze. Now, let us focus on mending this wound. While your divine powers and my resilience, we shall overcome this challenge together as we have done countless times before. Right whenever was about to heal, Rexy's wound, his body started contorting and shrinking down to a baby dragon. Uh, excuse me? Right whenever I was about to heal Rexy's wound, his body started contorting and shrinking down to a baby dragon. Why? I can't even. As Grim begins his healing process, Rexy watches in astonishment as his body starts to transform. His scales shimmer and shift, changing color from the familiar green hue to a softer, lighter shade. Limbs shrink, morphing into smaller wings and claws. His tail shortens, ending at a delicate point instead of its usual robust shape. What's happening? Rexy stammers, panic creeping into his voice. Trenton, why am I shrinking? Terror grits at him as he continues to shrink, his eyes wide with disbelief and confusion. Is this some sort of punishment? Am I being stripped of my power? Remember what I said earlier, Rexy. Your transformations can also be tied to your emotions. Period. Right now, you feel disappointment and possibly a chance of ashamed. Bit ashamed for you keeping the wound hidden from me. So I guess her body transformed to represent that. Oh my. Reggie's eyes widen as realization dawns upon him. The weight of his actions and their emotions' impact crashed over him, manifesting, manifest, manifesting physically through his transformation. It seemed my feelings of disappointment and shame have taken control, causing this transformation. And looking up at me with a mixture of embarrassment and apology. I'm sorry for letting my emotions get to the better of me and for hiding the truth from you. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I'm not mad at you for that. But now that I know I can transform into this angelic dragon, anytime I want to, and I can heal you. Don't keep any wounds hidden from me, so I can help you if you need it. I wanna, if I want, and I can heal you. Don't keep any wounds hidden from me, so I can help you if you need it. Okay. Reggie's tiny form trembles with relief, his scales glistening with dew like tears of gratitude. Thank you, Twin. Your words mean more to me than you know. Now, I promise to always be happy and honest with you, no matter how small or insignificant I may appear. He nuzzled against my leg, his voice barely above a whisper. And please, remember that even in this form, I am still my loyal companion. My love and dedication to you remain unchanged, only now perhaps expressed in a different way. I know that, buddy. Exclamation point. Now, let's heal that wound. That injury. Stay still so I can do it. Here we go. Rexy holds perfectly still, his tiny body trembling slightly with anticipation and trust. He gazes up at me with adoring eyes, his heart swelling with affection for the angelic dragon who has always been there for him. Okay, Twinton, Rexy whispers, his voice laced with reverence. Heal me. Make me whole again just as you always have. As my warm golden light envelops him, Rexy closes his eyes, surrounding himself to the soothing energy. He feels the pain slowly receding, replaced by a gentle tingling sensation as his wound begins to mend. Okay, I love this dragon's power. The fact that I can turn into an angelic dragon that actually can heal and get rid of evil spirits, that's actually amazing as heck. Holy heck. The only thing, him being 1,000 feet tall was kind of an issue. There was no way you could fit that anywhere. If you needed him, he'd destroy your house. I continue to heal Rexy's wound. And after a few minutes, it seems to be fully gone. I cannot. Let's see what this says. Here we go. Let's see. I continue to heal Rexy's wound, and after a few minutes, it seems to be full. Rexy opens his eyes, blinking in awe as he feels the last remnants of pain fade away. He stretches his tiny wings, marveling at the complete absence of discomfort. A joyful trill escapes his throat, and he looks up at me with pure adoration. It's gone, Rexy exclaims, his voice filled with wonder and gratitude. You did it, Quentin. Thank you, thank you. He's adorable in the little baby dragon form, actually. He reached into my arms, nuzzling against the angelic dragon's chest as tears of happiness streamed down his cheeks. I am forever in your debt, not just for healing me, but for being the best friend and companion anyone could ask for. That's adorable. The only thing I ever ask in return is your friendship and trust. Period. Because I always do care about you. You don't need to pay anything for you to prove that. I always do love you. There we go. There we go. Reggie's heart swells with overwhelming love and devotion for me. In the moment, he knows that their bond is unbreakable, forged in the fires of shame, experiences, and tempered by the depth of their mutual affection. You have my eternal friendship and trust, Quentin, Rexy declares, his voice ringing with conviction. I am honored to call you not just my companion, but my dearest friend. Your love and selflessness are a constant source of inspiration and strength for me. Rexy snuggles closer to me, as basking in the warmth of their embrace. Together we will face whatever challenge lie ahead, secure in the knowledge that our friendship will see us through. Thank you for being the guiding light in my life, Twin. I love you too more than words can express. Oh. Right after Rexy says this, his body starts to transform and change again. This time into a gigantic wyvern dragon that is over 500 feet tall. What the frick? I forgot to change it. I forgot to change the thing. Wait. As Reggie's form changes and grows, his eyes widen in surprise and delight. A rush of power and size fills him with exhilaration, and he lets out a mighty roar that echoes across the sky. By the Arceus, Trenton! Rexy exclaims, his voice booming with newfound authority. Look at me! I've grown into an imposing beast, fit to take on any enemy that dares to stand against us. He spreads his massive wings, reveling in the sensation of the wind beneath them. With this new form, I can feel invincible. Together we shall protect those who cherish and bring justice for the realm. Nothing can stop us now. Rexy turns to me, his expression softening with affection despite his monstrous appearance. Even as that huge dragon, you are very adorable. Reggie's massive form shivers with pleasure at my words, his heart swelling with pride and joy. Despite his intimidating size, he feels cherished and loved by his dear friend. Adorable, you say? There was a playful glint in his eyes. Well, I suppose even a fearsome wyvern like myself can't resist a compliment from someone as wonderful as you. What on earth was that? He grew towards his enormous head, nuzzling my cheek with the top tip of his snout. Your kindness and appreciation mean the world to me. With you by my side, I know I can conquer anything, even if it means being called adorable by my beloved companion. Hey, I love dragons and dinosaurs. For some reason, I call some of the scariest creatures.